Hi there, Eric Turnison, former CEO of MemberMouse. So this video is really for people who have been with MemberMouse a long time, people who I've had personal interactions with, conversations, the MemberMouse team, people who have been a part of my journey in an impactful way for the last 14 years. There's going to be details about the specifics around the sale of the company and things in the blog posts, but this video is really just going to be my personal thoughts and what I wanted to share at this monumentous time. First of all, this was not an easy decision for me. This company has been something that has been the major thing in my life for the last 14 years. And I've put a lot of honest and hard effort into building it the best to my ability. I'm very proud of the product. I'm very proud of the team that's been created. And I feel that MemberMouse has so much potential. And for the last couple of years, I've been struggling with feeling that I was the person who could really help MemberMouse to bloom into its full potential in the future. And that was a lot to sit with, it's an interesting thing. Like I've always, not always, but probably around 7 years into the company, I realized that the entrepreneurial journey isn't just about building a company. It's really like a personal evolution. And the business is just the vehicle and the mechanism for learning so many lessons. And one of those lessons is about continuously redefining what it is that we're doing. In the business, I started as a developer, then I moved to support, and then I had to play all these other roles and backfill people to cover the things that I was doing, because otherwise I would become a bottleneck, And the business got to a point where I had done that successfully, and I really didn't have anything that was inspiring me to do, right? Like the first years of MemberMouse, like I was all in, like I was waking up, I was excited, I was enthusiastic. But then in the last couple years, that shifted. And that doesn't say anything about MemberMouse. That says something about me. I don't have to listen to that, but MemberMouse wouldn't exist if I didn't listen to that same thing that occurred within me when I was working as a consultant at a college, and felt, looking around me at the people who are successful, like, this isn't what I want. This isn't where I want to go. And people said, oh, you're crazy for leaving this job and quitting this job. You have a great career path here, and, you don't know what you're going to do next. But ultimately, for whatever reason, I want to move into those spaces of unknown, especially when I hear the calling. And ultimately, that's how MemberMouse happened. I mean, it didn't happen immediately. It took, 2 to 3 years of not knowing before it was clear, okay, this is something that can be a thing. But I'm kind of in that same situation now, where I hear my next calling and it's in something different. I don't know exactly what it's going to be in. There's a lot of unknown. It's a little scary. And at the same time that I hear that same voice within me that tells me it's the right thing, it's the right time. So that's ultimately why this is happening. It's not because I feel anything about MemberMouse not being a spectacular product and company. On the contrary, like I said, it has so much potential, and I feel like someone else is going to be the one that unlocks that and brings it forward, because it's going to take things always take to be successful. I feel things always take someone who's genuinely putting in channeling the energy that wants to align with the goal in mind. And we can fake it sometimes, and we do have to fake it sometimes, but over the long haul, the overarching thing, there does need to be this genuine enthusiasm and spiritedness behind it. And I certainly had that for MemberMouse for all of these years. Otherwise, I was not educated. I did not know what I was doing, right? So it was only because I had the support of that enthusiasm and that alignment that this was successful. And now it's time for someone else to come in and be the channel for that enthusiasm and spiritedness. And I must say, and that was extremely important to me. I knew that I would not sell the company if my team wasn't taken care of, my customers weren't taken care of, and the company wasn't assured a bright future. Those were non-negotiables for me. So just by the nature of if you've had a relationship with me, knowing that those are non-negotiables for me, and the fact that this has gone through, I hope you can trust that those things are aligned, right? Obviously, I'm not prophetic, I can't predict things, but to the best of my ability, my insightfulness, my intuition, whatever, and actually just having meetings with the new team of people coming in, I feel very strongly that this is the right decision. And I feel very excited about MemberMouse's future. I've always been excited about MemberMouse's future. I just didn't know how it was going to happen, but that's always been the case. I mean, I was excited about MemberMouse's future from year 2, but I had no idea how it was going to happen. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's always part of the situation. But anyway, what else do I want to say? I appreciate you listening. I mean, I know I'm rambling here. I did not script anything for this. I just know I wanted to share something about my thoughts around this. So I appreciate you listening. And what else? The other thing that's coming to me right now is just extreme gratitude for, again, everybody who's been involved. This has been a partnership from the beginning. I remember in the first couple of years, a big part of how we did business was we were working one-on-one with customers and solving problems that they were facing in the field, right? They wanted to accomplish this thing. They couldn't do it. There wasn't a way for them to do it. So we built that into the software. So in a way, we were both contributing to the software was kind of the synthesis of our ability as a team to implement technology and understand the ideas of what people are trying to do. And the other person on the other side being this is what we want to accomplish. Can it happen? Right. But both are equally valuable. And I think that that's a real secret sauce to MemberMouse's success is that a lot of the features that are baked into the platform came from these types of conversations and communication with the customer. So, I mean, it's been a partnership between the company and the customers from day one. Not day one, we didn't have any customers day one, but you know what I mean. Very early on, as soon as somebody, was willing to take a chance on a new company, a new product, that's been the fabric of this company. And I feel that's what is going to help it stand tall above, maybe not above's the wrong term. Who cares about competition? I've never cared about competition. I've never cared about the numbers. I generally have not known what the numbers of the company are. I generally have not known what our competitors are doing. Personal preference, that's just how it's been for me. I just was on a journey of creating something. That's it, and as far as creating something for me, I didn't need to know what other people were doing. And I just had the field of dreams mentality. If you build it, they will come. So as far as the numbers went, I wasn't checking them, ultimately, I saw numbers here and there, but I wasn't the kind of person who's making business plans and stuff like that. But somehow it worked. It works to a point. But yeah, for sure, for all those people who contributed their wisdom and knowledge and helped to make this software into what it is, I'm extremely grateful. I mean, I am so blessed to have had the journey with MemberMouse that I've had over the last 14 years. I mean, and it would not have been possible without the customers. And it would not have been possible without the team at MemberMouse. And I think really the team is equally, if not more so, I'm more proud of what the team is than the software. Because ultimately, that's another thing that's been built over time. And this company would not have been where it is in success if it were not for the team. So I'm extremely grateful to each and every one on the team, and everyone on the team is staying. And so, as far as continuity goes, I'm really the only one kind of going, and someone's coming in to take my place who has that enthusiasm, excitement, experience. And this is Blair Williams. And he's coming in, he's taking my place, but everything else is remaining the same. Everybody's the same support team, the same marketing sales team, the same development team. And there's now more desire, opportunity, and ability to invest, grow the team, continue to build and add new innovative features to the product. So MemberMouse has a bright future. I'm very excited for it. And also, of course, I will be distancing myself from it. That's just what needs to be done. I mean, during this time, it's been very tough. I've had more sleepless nights in the last 6 weeks than I've had my entire life. So I can't really begin to explain how monumental this decision was for me to make this. There's so many things that are challenging about it, and there's so many things that are beautiful about it. But in any event, I think I'm going to try and close now. A lot of gratitude to everyone who's been involved. And I'm excited for both of our futures. Both meaning you who's watching, MemberMouse as a company, me, myself. I feel like this is well aligned. And I trust in the new leadership team to continue the things that MemberMouse has done really well, and also bring in new things that MemberMouse has not done well. Mainly when I say MemberMouse, I mean me as a leader. Different phases of company growth require different tactics and strategies, and MemberMouse is definitely at a new phase in its evolution. So I'm really excited to see where MemberMouse goes. And if anyone feels like they want to reach out to me and follow along with what is next for me, you can visit ericturnison.com. Love to have you along whatever my next journey is. And yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.